Hey, it's Jason from Present Tense Fitness, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about using circuits to get a good home workout in. So let's say you have access to one dumbbell. We're going to use that one dumbbell to tie together a legitimately difficult workout. So I always want to acknowledge that we're shooting this video, let's say you're seeing this 5 years from now. We're shooting this video during the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. And so, at this time, going hard or keeping your gains, a lot of those things are less important than just moving to be well. So I want to acknowledge that up front. But you may be somebody who gets a lot of joy. You are able to reduce maybe some anxiety through physical exertion. So that's why we're going to show you this video. But I just want to emphasize that going hard isn't necessarily the point right now. Okay, so using circuits. So I have a 20-pound dumbbell here. I'm gonna show you a complete circuit, and we'll talk a little bit about. I'll just do it as I go, I guess. I'll talk a little bit about each exercise, why we're doing it, and the exercise order. So I've already done a warm-up. Assuming you can just do so safely away from crowds. You could walk outside, take a brisk walk, do some shoulder cars that we have posted in our home workout tab on YouTube. So I've warmed myself up completely. And it's critical that you do that. Even though you're working out at home, or you may be working out with a lighter dumbbell than you're used to, you still want to make sure that you've warmed up completely. The last thing you want to do is injure yourself because you sort of skipped the precautions that you would normally take in the gym. All right, so we're going to start with a split jerk. So thinking order of operations here, those same principles, just because you're not in a gym, they still apply. So I'm going to do my most costly to the central nervous system exercise first in this circuit. All right, so I'm going to start with a split jerk. Five on each side. So I started with my power. I'm not going to set this dumbbell down the whole time I do this circuit. 5 goblet squats. 5 dumbbell rows. 5 single leg Romanian deadlifts. 5 overhead presses. So depending on how heavy or light that single dumbbell you have at home is, I may rest, if that were really easy for me, I may only rest 30 seconds and then do that whole circuit again. I can progress that week over week by reducing rest or by adding circuits. So let's say that's like more conditioning than I've been doing, stringing all that back to back. I may only start with three circuits. So 3 times through what I just showed you. And then next week I do 4, next week I do 5, next week I do 6. So you're progressing just as you would in a gym setting, progressing the overload on your body. The other thing to keep in mind is exercise order. So we started with the power. We did the full body strengthening exercise with the goblet squat. And then we alternated sort of pushes and pulls, upper body and lower body, until we got through the circuit. Now, one of the things with circuits is that because you're choosing one dumbbell, it's not going to be the most effective. So I can squat a lot more than that 20-pound dumbbell, right? But it was a decently heavy weight for me to press overhead one time. That's okay. It's not, when you're being creative, you're working out at home, you're using minimal equipment, it's about doing the thing that's most effective given the constraints of your current situation. So it's okay that you're only squatting a lighter weight. By adding circuits, you can eventually get to the point where, you know, doing the just 5 goblet squats with a lighter weight feels harder. Again, I want to emphasize, this is not a time where we're going hard or we're worried about losing our gains. We're worried mostly about being well and staying well and keeping the people around us well. But if you're somebody who gets a lot out of that physical exertion and you want a quick circuit at home, all you need is one dumbbell. Don't put that dumbbell down until you finish the circuit, and then rest anywhere from 20 seconds to 2 minutes, depending on how difficult that circuit is for you. So give that a shot, and you know, let's all get through this.